So 2v8 has just dropped into Dead by Daylight and it's actually received quite a lot of positive feedback from the community, with some exceptions of course. After a couple of days of playing this game mode, I've actually pondered the question, what is the strongest killer combo? Which got me thinking again, why not just rank all the possible killer combinations in 2v8? For context, there are a possible 10 different combinations of killers to play in 2v8 so far. And these 10 variations come from the 5 killers currently in the 2v8 game mode, which include Trapper, we've got Wraith, Hillbilly, Nurse, and Huntress. Now I've already played a couple of games in this game mode so far, and I've definitely had some biased opinions, but I've also done a bit of research around and looked at what are the most popular killer combos at the moment and who's getting the most kills. So I've compiled my evidence and let's rank them. Alrighty, so I guess we're going to just start off with what I think is the weakest combo in this 2v8 game mode so far. And I believe that would have to be Huntress Trapper, D tier. You want to know why? Because they're both the, relatively of, where their power levels sit. They're both, decent. If you were to solo queue. Maybe not so much Trapper. Trapper's pretty garbonzo. And you'll probably notice a bit of a theme here. Huntress is really slow and can't navigate the map that well. So, she pairs really well with the more mobile killers. But Trapper doesn't really have that mobility. He has the haste when he places a trap, but he's kind of limited to sticking around his trapped areas. So you have to kind of coordinate with your Huntress into going to spreading across the map. Then if you don't coordinate well enough, then survivors can just disarm traps and corral their way into a different gen. So I think that's the worst combo, in my opinion. It's really trash. I think when I was... I had a spreadsheet here. Trapper Huntress. Yeah. I recorded the game there as... I think we only got 2 kills and all the rest of the survivors escaped. Whole exit gates were powered, everything. 8 escapes, 2 kills. Pretty doo-doo. Now... Saving grace, I think this is the only terrible combo here. All the others are kind of more viable because you can kind of play off your teammate a bit more. I just think that the mobility is a big issue. I think the killers that are the most mobile in this are genuinely the most overpowered. Not overpowered, but the best, optimal killers to play. Because, say Billy would replace Blight, in my opinion. Okay, next, let's just start from here. So, Huntress Billy. This is a really good combo. Because it allows for lots of map traversal, and you can kind of just anchor the Huntress in one spot. And you can kind of communicate with your Billy on which side of the map you're going on. Obviously, the only one downside, and this is where I think my number one pick, makes the difference, is that you can't get the insta-down with the hatchets. Because the exposed hit only works for your main hatchet hit, so not your ranged attack. Which makes it a bit but this combo works pretty well. What do I put on my spreadsheet here? Yeah, we almost killed everyone. Yeah, so Hillbilly Huntress, I put on my spreadsheet here, we got 7 kills. We had 5 gens remaining, so they only got about 3 gens done. And then the last person got hatch, so we couldn't get that 8. But it was a really, really busted combo when I was playing it. I found it was incredibly good. Right, next, Hillbilly Nurse. Decent combo. I don't think it's... Actually, no, sorry. A tier. And that's because Nurse can take advantage of Billy's exposed, chainsaw rev ability. So what I'm talking about is when Billy goes into his chainsaw sprint, when he passes survivors, he puts them into the exposed status effect, and that lasts as long as he doesn't collide with an object, and he just maintains his chainsaw sprint. So as long as he does that, the survivors he passes are exposed, and Nurse is really brutal at shutting down, basically ignoring pallets. So survivors aren't really safe. If your Billy comes past, you call it out to your Nurse, blink down. yeah, it's pretty broken. Nothing more to say, really. What did I get on the results here for Billy Nurse? Did pretty well. We got 5 kills, then 3 escapes. The exit gates did open, so we got, I think it was 3 escapes through the exit gate. So it wasn't like a hatch game, but we still got 5 kills. It was pretty decent. Here we go. This combo here, really good. S tier, amazing. Billy Wraith is godsend, best combo at the moment. And the reason why is I mentioned before that the exposed like chainsaw sprint you get from Billy, because they're both like very fast mobile killers. I would consider Nurse not as mobile as like Wraith, because you obviously get that fatigue. But Wraith can basically, you can just almost even sneak up on survivors and just let your Billy know to chainsaw past. They get exposed, and then you can just bing bong hit them dead. It is a really good combo. Like, it's a really good way to abuse and utilize the exposed chainsaw rev, which is why I think Billy's power is probably the best. I think the undetectable also works well with Billy with Wraith's power. He allows the other killer to go undetectable when he's using his bell. But yeah, no, this is the best combo. Use this if you want to win. Okay, next up, we have Hillbilly Trapper. This is kind of like a meld of both worlds, because I think that Trapper's the weakest killer in this roster. He's always kind of a weak killer, if I'm being honest. No hate. I love my Trapper, but you know, in like this, it's a bit. We're going on the power scaling. You know, he's not the greatest. I'm gonna plonk them right here. It's good. It's not amazing. Actually, no, sorry. Hillbilly Trapper. Go in C tier. I think Billy's amazing in this game mode. I just don't think that Trapper can really utilize Billy's abilities. Like the distance. Like, you can harass people off of gens as Billy, but you can't take advantage of his instant down capabilities with his chainsaw sprint. And Trapper is too slow to actually capitalize on that as well. I recorded the game here in my spreadsheet. So we got 4 kills, means 4 survivors actually escaped during the exit gates. So half 50-50 game. But it didn't feel as synergistic as these other combos up here. Huntress and Nurse. This is controversial. C tier. This is not good. I don't think it's good because both of these killers are a similar boat here. Very immobile. I don't think they synergize well off of each other either. I think it's better than this, but it's not as good as like a B tier or an A tier. I think they're in the same league as this. It's just, you can't get around the map. You can't stop gens. Like, unless you're both like insanely good, like both like Huntress, Nurse, and you're like locked in going for it. But like, I'm talking in a more generic sense. For the average player, I guess, it's not a strong combo, honestly. Oh. We have Trapper, Nurse. Jeez. Yeah, honestly, fits the same boat. Both immobile. I'll quickly look at my spreadsheet here. Trapper, Nurse. Christ, yeah. That was a 0 kills. We got no kills. All the survivors escaped, which is quite miserable. It was not good. It was not good. I think it's same boat as the Huntress and Nurse. Just no mobility. Can't really get around the map to stop gens going. At least Nurse has like vertical movement, so I think it was a Thompson farm I played. It was just tragic. Awful. Okay, next up, we have Wraith Huntress. I think this combo is good. Really good. For one, you can kind of leave each other and come, like, you can kind of corral survivors. And, okay, what I need to explain this better. Wraith is able to go off and harass survivors on, like, the further out gens and kind of push the survivors towards Huntress. And Huntress can then, has like a kind of a, I would say like a faster rate of fire than like meleeing, than like the default melee speed, I would say. So you can just rapid fire, hit these survivors, or reading, and also the undetectable as well. Primo on Huntress, really good. Actually catches the survivors off guard quite a lot of times. On my spreadsheet here, well, we did all right. It wasn't like too good, but 5 kills, 3 escapes. Exit gates were powered, so they got 3 survivors out on the exit gates. But yeah, no, this is another decent combo. I think when Huntress is paired with a mobile killer, she becomes really good in this game mode. This is good. Not the best, but Wraith, Nurse, decent. They complement each other. The undetectable on Nurse is brutal against survivors. However, it's not amazing. Not standing. It doesn't stand out. We had 4 kills with 4 escapes. So not too bad. Exit gates were powered though as well. Finally, we have Wraith Trapper. Now, this is like where I'm kind of going to have to throw him into C tier. I'm considering C tier here like the middle of the pack. I think B tier would be just like slightly better. A tier is like pick it. S tier is like always pick it kind of thing. That's my terminology behind it. So this is good. This is because we have lots of movement. It's kind of similar with Huntress, where you can use Wraith to corral the survivors into the Trapper's like area that is locked down. Might catch a couple survivors off guard running into traps and stuff like that. You can kind of corral them to that area of the map. Wraith also has really good map control as well. Can harass the survivors that are doing gens on the outskirts, while Trapper can maintain the middle or whatever area he's kind of like sticking to. It does help that they gave him that haste, like the increased haste when he's putting his traps down. I think that's really useful. But yeah, that is the killer tier combo tier list. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if like my opinions are just flawed, but I think I did a pretty decent job. I had to, with my own games compared to like other people's games I've been watching. But yeah, let me know if you agree. Thanks for watching.